Hey everybody, my name is Mike Kim. I currently serve as lead pastor of Harvest International Center's English-speaking congregation here in Somerset, New Jersey. And the basic guys have asked me to share a few thoughts about recruiting a team for ministry. And recruiting teams, recruiting volunteers especially, is something that is a constant revolving door when you're involved in ministry because of people's different seasons of life, schedules, people moving, and just it's just the way things are. And I've found that recruiting a team is really a skill that I've had to learn if I'm going to survive, not just thrive in ministry, because I know that I can't do it all by myself. And I guess that's where I really want to start, is that if we are leaders and we are looking for others to give their best, to give their finances, to give their time, to give their resources, then our responsibility as leaders is to really ask ourselves the tough question, am I the kind of leader that I would want to serve with? That's a question that I've continually asked myself. That's actually a question I've asked people that have served with me. I've said, what is it about me? What am I doing right, and what can I do better to make serving in this ministry more fun, more fulfilling, more rewarding for you? What compels you to get up early and to stay late and to give of time that you're not even being paid for necessarily to serve with me? And so really, if everything rises and falls on leadership like so many of us believe, then as leaders, that's really the first thing that we've got to take stock of is, are we the kind of leaders that we would want to serve under? When I've thought about the kind of men or women that I want to serve with, and the kind of men and women that I want to serve under, I've always found it easier to think about what someone else should be rather than myself. And as I've served under other ministries and other pastors and leaders, I've really tried, and I've failed many, many times, but I've really tried to be the kind of team member or staff member that I would want on my own staff. Who would I want working with me? Would I want somebody that is a kind, courteous, works hard, is honest, has integrity, is skilled, and is constantly growing? Well, then that's what I should be as a leader. And that's how I should be if I want to become a leader one day. And so I've continually asked myself that question. Am I the kind of leader that I would want to work with? I think a real honest assessment of that happened several years back. I've served as a youth pastor and also as a worship pastor, and now as a lead pastor. And one of the things that I really like to do is get honest feedback from volunteers and team members. And to get honest feedback, you have to build a certain level of trust in people, because they have to feel like it's okay to really almost criticize you if they need to, or share something that they are frustrated with. And I remember I was at a church on staff, and we had just made the switch from doing 2 Sunday morning services to 3. And making the switch to 3 services involved my whole team getting up a little bit earlier on Sunday morning and staying for an extra service. And it was really, really, a long day, maybe 6 or 7 hours that they were volunteering for to serve, whether it was in video production or audio or on the worship team or as worship leaders. And I started to go around because I really cared about the well-being of our volunteers. And I took a few of them out, and I'd say, hey man, what in the world compels you to wake up at 5:30 in the morning on Sunday and stay here with me for 7-8 hours and serve together? What compels you to do that? I mean, it's cold outside, it's dark outside, you don't get any sleep. And when they would start to give me honest answers, then I could really take an honest assessment of myself to see, am I building the kind of ministry that is even worth somebody giving their best to? And some of the answers were hard to take, some of the answers were really encouraging, but it really starts with there when you're looking to recruit a team, because really in college ministry, in a lot of ministries, you can't just simply attract people. All you've really got is you as a leader and some sort of cause that you're hoping people will rally to. You don't have the big stage yet. You don't have the spotlights, the smoke, all the conference brochures, all this attractional stuff that just might draw out the most talented people. It really starts with you and starts with a vision. And that's why it's so much more important when you're starting to recruit a team, wherever you are in ministry, but especially for college ministry, which has such a revolving door, that you really ask yourself, am I the kind of leader that I would want to serve with?